What going on, people? Jude here, man. So I just got off a phone from a friend, Jermaine, who I'm helping get in the cloud. And basically what it is that, his doing his mentoring and stuff like that's reminding me of things that I should mention here. This 2024, beginning of a rough year trying to do anything, like currently trying to sell my house, ain't getting viewings. Job market is like scattered, it's all over the place. There's no consistency in job title, no consistency in salary, day rate, nothing. It's all mayhem. And the thing is that all you can do is just recite. God's given me the willingness to understand and know better the things I can change and the things I can't. You can change yourself. You can't change the market. The market is in England, especially, is so erratic and there's no formality, nothing's governed, where it's like you just got to be able to understand the simple rule of I do what is popular, right? So you go to job board today and you're trying to find jobs and stuff like that, and it's just like this place is asking for this requirement, this requirement. Don't panic. Look at a baseline, right? What is it asking for? Well, it wants Azure. Cool. It wants networking. Cool. It wants Terraform. Cool. It wants troubleshooting Linux and other virtual machines and stuff like that. Cool. And you see that consistently across with everything else that's added on there. Like it wants friggin' Ansible. It wants, I don't know, Maven, Gradle. It wants a whole heap of things. And you go, dude, should I apply for that job? Apply. You know why? It's a wish list. Right now, what's happening is that companies are hoping that they get as much value for their money as they possibly can. So what I mean that and why? Excuse me. So currently at the moment, what's happening is that there's a lot of companies going bust, you know, and because of that, there's a release of talent that's back in the talent pool, so to speak, that's available for people to get at a lower wage. So what would be paying 60, 80 grand 2 years ago is not is paying like 30, 50, 60 grand today. Seeing senior engineer jobs that I was seeing back in 2021, that was on the market for 120. And, if I continue the trend, you probably see that it should be paying 150 grand by this year. It's not. So what's happening is just like the Bank of England is not lowering its base rate. All right. And because of that, and I think what particularly happens to a lot of companies is that when they get a loan, it follows the base rate or it follows the interest rate of whatever the commercial bank they've got. It's a variable, I think. But that's what I'm hearing through, the grapevine and stuff like that. So if that happens for people to be able to survive, they let go of staff. If they come to realize that they can't pay back the new interest rate, they close the business, dissolve it, liquidate it, right? Sell it, stock, everything. And because of that, you've got a new release of talent in the market who are willing to do a job for little to nothing. And you're competing against that. So if you're a junior engineer or entering cloud, what will happen is that you're now competing against someone who's got 5 years more experience than you and, you know, who more than capable of doing the job. But you know what? Here's a brutal reality of things. All this mayhem is going to pass. This is not going to be like this forever. At some point, when business is refreshing, and what will happen is that because you got the businesses who are closing, it's competitors who get abreast of the market or who get their books properly balanced will then acquire those clients and grow their business. And then therefore when they grow their business, what will happen is that they'll ask for more staff. And that's basically the nature of the whole beast. So what do? We just keep understanding what's required in the market, right? So track things. So let me share with you what I do. I would just, how did I share my screen? This thing now. So yeah, click share. So what I do is that I have a spreadsheet like this, where, okay, it's not finished. This is work in progress, guys. And I will keep track to what's popular. All I care about is what is popular, right? So skills, well, okay, that's not cloud vendors. That should be more like CI/CD tools. But point being, I will track what's there. Project management. I see jobs advertised for Agile, Six Sigma, Scrum, but I do what's popular. Scrum. That's all I freshen at. Kubernetes. I see it. It's popular. Helm. Now, Argo CD, don't really see that much. So I don't worry about Argo, but I worry about Kubernetes, Docker, Helm charts. That's it. That's the name of the game. Now, track your progress. My other videos, I shared this sheet. Okay. This sheet is meant for you to be able to track where your progress is. Now, progress is not watching YouTube videos. Yeah, I know. Kind of contradiction myself because you're watching my YouTube video now. But point being is that watching YouTube videos and learning theory about things is not what's actually going to help you get the job. How many times have you done a lab today? Right? Have you dedicated 1 hour? Have you tried to write things in a PowerShell script, Python script, whatever? Doesn't matter. But the only way for you to be able to excel in this game is to get your hands dirty. Stop watching the videos. Apply what the videos are telling you to do. That's different. But just watching the videos and being knowledgeable is not actually going to help you get the job. And I tell you why. When you go for an interview and the person is able to actually listen to how you're communicating, they're going to decide, are you rehearsing or reciting something you read in a book, or have you actually physically done it? I've done a few interviews this week, and basically I've recommended to my boss not to progress with certain people. Reason being is because you can hear in their tone that they haven't actually done the work. Okay. And here's another thing, but when it comes to interviews and stuff like that, make sure you can answer your interview questions 60 seconds or less and structure it where using STAR technique is situation, task, actions, results. Okay. You want to structure it in a way that is actually comprehensible for the person who's actually listening to you in the interview. And you want to, how you say, you want to answer that in 60 seconds or less. Reason being is because you just lose interest, especially if you hit the nail on the head. Don't keep rambling on because we're bored. Not only that, we got a series of questions that we want to ask you. So you answer in 60 questions, we will be able to fill everything in and have a very long discussion at the end. That's the trick. That's the key element. That's it. Keep it simple. Anyway, do the dude out. Have a good day. And, don't lose hope, don't lose faith. Just keep labbing it. Keep on your skills.